let's take a look at how we can use the Shape Builder tool, which is a super fun, easy way to start creating icons and graphics in Illustrator. Let's first just do a quick review on some of the things we need to know about shape drawing. So my shape tools live here underneath my rectangle, and I can just pull them off and have them float. For all of these, when I draw, if I want to have a perfect square, perfect circle, I just hold down Shift. If I want to draw something from the center out, all I need to do is hold down Alt. And if I wanted to keep that a perfect circle, then I can add the Shift to that. For my star tool, that's where I can also get triangles. I can either start drawing and up arrow to add or subtract points with the down arrow, or I can simply click down and define my radius and my points. The polygon tool works the exact same way. Keep in mind that also with both the rounded rectangle and the rectangle, you have these little corner edge points that you can drag in. Now, if you only wanted to drag one of those points in, you'll need to switch to your direct selection tool, select that anchor point, and move that in. Finally, an important part of icons is making sure that you have things aligned. You can marquee over both objects with your selection tool, and then find your alignment items over in the Properties panel. Remember, you can always click those three dots to see more options. You can choose to align things to the selection, the artboard, or a key object. So let's look at some simple ways to create icons using the Shape Builder. So I've already got my shape started, and we're just going to review what you can do. So I'm going to select both of those shapes, and I'm going to grab my Shape Builder tool. That is Shift M, and remembering that is going to make your workflow go so much smoother. So really the Shape Builder is kind of a 3-in-1 tool. If I click and drag, I've just united those shapes, and I'll undo that. If I click, 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 I've now created 3 different shapes, and if I want to, I could then apply different colors to each point of those. I'll take that off. And finally, if I wanted to remove parts of the object, I can hold down the Option key or the Alt key and drag, and that subtracts. So in this case, we want to go ahead and unite those shapes, so I'll just drag over each of them. And there's my light bulb. Now the cool thing about shapes is you can still manipulate shapes when you're finished. You can't manipulate the original shapes. So it's a full unique shape at this point in time. Let's work on a little person. So again, great time to make sure things are aligned. And I want to cut this in half. So one of the tricks that you'll start learning is how you can use one object to get another object. And so in this case, I'm going to just use a rectangle to cut that off. I'm going to grab my Shape Builder and hold down my Option and just subtract that. Now I can still scale this, and I'm using Shift Alt so I can scale from the center. And let's say I want to have a little bit of a notch right here in this neck. I might need to do things like bring objects to the front to make that happen, and Option Subtract. Now, one common problem that folks run into is, uh-oh, my Shape Builder isn't working. So I'm going to select both of these, grab my Shape Builder, and you can see it's not combining. Well, if I zoom in closely, we can see what the problem is. My lines aren't fully intersected. So my paths were just next to each other as opposed to actually touching each other. Now it's a subtle difference, but it does matter. So as soon as I get those aligned and choose my shape builder, I can make things one shape. Now, undo that and show you another common problem we see. So maybe the shapes are aligned, but what you wanted was not to have these kind of eaves on this little house icon. So we're going to go ahead and shrink that down. And so get this. And so I'm trying to be a little obvious about that, but oftentimes folks will miss these little corner points. And so when you go to unite it all, you have these weird, strange points that are hanging out. So that's something you want to keep an eye on. Now, another cool way that you can use the Shape Builder tool is to kind of create some unique looks to things. So I'm just going to draw some lines across this. And if I was doing this for real, I'd make sure those were even. So let's say that this is going to be a little confetti coming out of this. And I want these to be kind of the stripes on it. I can totally use my Shape Builder to do this. So I'm going to make my stripes whiter. Just like that. Select all of them. Grab my Shape Builder. And what I can do is subtract these edges. So I'm going to hold down my Option. And I'm subtracting all of these edges. And then I can make these all separate shapes. Click, 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 click. From here, if I wanted to add colors, I can just grab every other section and give that a fun celebration color. So that gives you an overview of ways you can utilize shapes and Shape Builder to create really cool iconography. Have fun.